Good afternoon, everyone. Introduce, my name is Heti Amelia Rahmah. I'm student from Bandung High School of Technology, study program Industrial Engineering. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is the biggest manufacturing trend in 2022. Well, a little story. In my kingdom, you have to run as fast as you can just to stay in Lewis Carroll's classic children's book. Carroll may not have talked about manufacturing when he wrote that line, but it applies perfectly, not least to maintain a successful manufacturing operation. You must scale up with the times. For manufacturer, this means being aware of and taking advantage of important technological manufacturing trends. Okay, before the main discussion, you must first know what is manufacturing. Many are ready to part the challenge of the last 2 years behind them and embrace the manufacturing trends of the future. With the hardship fought, the battle won, and the early lesson learned, we remain in a time of uncertainty. But just because we cannot predict the future doesn't mean we cannot be prepared for it. Manufacturing trends for 2022 are affected by the way in which the manufacturing industry has risen to the challenge posed by the past 2 years. Many of these challenges are still present, with supply chain disruption, worker shortage, and international trade fees soaring to new levels. Companies will need to adopt flexible and more resilient business model in 2022. Well, in my presentation, I will discuss the 10 biggest manufacturing trends in 2022. So, what are the trends that you should pay attention to? Okay, the first one, new efforts to address labor shortage. Manufacturers' particular focus in 2022 will be on finding ways to combat labor shortage. With low workforce number present their own unique set of problems. Labor shortage might have a biggest impact on the industry than you think. As workers retire and fewer young people join the manufacturing sector, there are not enough people with the appropriate skill to take the reins. By the year 2030, it is estimated that 2.1 million jobs will be unfilled. This has a direct impact on the supply chains as the lack of manpower led to inefficiencies and delay in delivery and logistics. This is evidenced by supply chain disruption over the past 2 years under the pandemic. As a result, we have seen price increase and material or product availability decrease. To combat this trend, the manufacturing sector is focusing on training its employees and securing a new generation of workers. The second is the trend of investing in new skills for the workforce. As we progress through this still new decade, we will see a growth in investment in training and education for the workforce. The manufacturing industry is constantly evolving and workers will need the appropriate skill. We have all heard the rhetoric, automation, advanced machine, and artificial intelligence will kill manufacturing jobs. Since the second industry revolution, this term has become a common phrase. But this has been proven wrong time and time again as new technologies have resulted in greater productivity, more workers, more skilled workforce, and higher wages. Under this trend, companies are increasing. Stanley Black and Decker have committed to closing the skill gap in their workforce by retaining their 10 million manufacturing employees by 2030. As other companies follow suit, we will see serious investment in training and educational software along with opportunities for the manufacturing workforce in the next decade. Next, trend number 3, increase in onshoring and localized production. In the early days of 2020, COVID-19 first hit hard in the China, creating a ripple effect throughout the global supply chain. This caused serious slowdowns in shipping and production as China held about a quarter of global manufacturing. Companies dependent on China were left with little ability to meet their customer demand. This effort have caused many manufacturers to realize their dangerous dependency on facilities that are far from the intended market. For this reason, manufacturers are looking to shift more towards localized production. Okay, next, trend number 4, e-commerce is accelerating exponentially. It is no doubt that companies with an online presence have and will continue to fare well with the coming decade. Though the online shopping trend is far from new and still not up the revenue seen by traditional retail, e-commerce has taken a high leap forward since the beginning of the pandemic, and the growth doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. With over 2 billion people buying product online, the e-commerce market is already a massive force that is still expanding. Companies that can hop on the proverbial e-commerce train and improve their online sales prices will be better able to face the new year with a strong and diversified sales market. Trend number 5, expansion of mixed model assembly. Mixed model assembly has evolved over the past decade with the advent of Industry 4.0 and will continue to expand into 2022. With the growth of e-commerce, consumers expect access to more varied and more customized products. Next, trend number 6, the need for digital transformation. In 2022, we will see a significant increase in the transformation toward a digital mode of operation. Companies have achieved a stronger workforce by incorporating technologies such as sensor, smart devices, 5G, 8G, and cloud computing, industrial wearables, and digital work increasing into their operation. By adopting these manufacturing trends, can achieve workforce flexibility and in enterprises increase workforce resiliency. Okay, next, trend number 7, a connected workforce in growing. Entering 2022, connected worker technology will see substantial growth. According to Polaris Market Research, the global connected worker market is expected to grow from 4.21 billion to 24.32 billion at a CAGR of 24.2% from 2021 to 2029. It empowers workers to capture key manufacturing data in real time and collaborate with system and people as an efficient team. Basically, connected worker technology encourages information sharing, makes a connection between people, tool and computer stronger. With the diverse production demands and capabilities of Industry 4.0, connected worker technology is a must-have for 2022 and beyond. Okay, next trend number 8. Big data equals smarter companies. Companies don't just invest in new technologies that increase productivity. Manufacturing companies are also getting smarter. The great advantage of the digital mode of operation is the opportunity to acquire large amount of data. Big data enable manufacturers to again unprecedented insight into their operation and supply chains, empowering companies to grow and improve faster than previous generation. Trend number 9. The effort for carbon neutrality. As we head into 2022, more and more consumers are looking for companies that are making strides towards carbon neutrality. Product label that inform consumers of the environmental impact of a product will serve as a powerful decision-making factor. As more and more companies embrace the benefits of digitally transforming their operation while gathering large data sets, they are progressively turning to paperless solution. This has been a major contributor to decreasing the carbon footprint of many within the industry. And the last number, diversifying the workforce. It is a profit that outlast manufacturing trend of 2022 would be about strengthening the workforce. As we have discussed, the growing skill gap and the amount of unfilled job is growing. For this reason, we will see an effort to get more people involved in the manufacturing sector. In this next decade, track diversity, equity, and inclusion. Despite the labor shortage and supply chain disruption that are seeming to make the beginning of 2022, the manufacturing industry and governments around the world are facing this challenge head on. If we have learned anything from the past decade, it is that manufacturing industry is constantly evolving and improving. So let's keep this going. Now is the time for smarter technology, resilient connection, and greater opportunities. After all, this is Industry 4.0. New level of innovation and flexibility are the standard. In this new years and decade, is knowledge gain, insight, and future growth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my presentation. I want to end by saying thank you to all of you. When you got my name, right in front of you, but we know the ending time. See you.